are going to watch Battlegrounds, drink some Diet Pepsis, and talk about the Ascension.
I'm not angry. What the?
The longest-running weekly overproduced, under-talented, episodic, sometimes echoing, often infighting wrestling podcast. And here we are. It is episode number 418 of the Markedoutwrestling podcast. Tonight's episode is going to be all about Smackdown Live. Last night was supposedly the night that Paul Heyman took over, and he decided to borrow Ronda's time machine and take us back to October 2017 when KO was fighting Shane, Miz was fighting Dolph, Brock, New Day, and AJ all had their respective titles that they currently have. Yeah, that's something new. That's great.
Something new, something fresh.
That is Brian. I was going to intro him in a second. Tonight was supposed to be Eric's answer. I don't think there's any way that Eric was here. Aside from a women-heavy program, it was a Shane-heavy program. A six-man tag match featuring the only thing that really wasn't involving Shane. Yeah, we got 2 weeks to SummerSlam. Let's just no worry for build. Brian is my co-host, the Bionic Mark. Tonight, last couple weeks, I felt like they were building towards something.
Hello, hi, and thank you.
Yes, welcome. Sorry,
okay.
I'm boggled by this.
Well, it was a Shane-heavy
no
program and a women-heavy program, so this makes sense.
But there's no way that this was Bischoff.
No, it's already noted. He wasn't here. He had nothing to do with it.
Okay, so he's making sure his reputation is sound.
Well, he did do the new blood and all that bullshit. So come on, let's get rid.
Well, I mean, last
The
night we
demon.
very clearly Paul said I have the stroke. Who's with us on our YouTube board before I get too far into this topic?
Yeah, we got the regulars on there. We got Shoji C. What's going on, man? Christopher Stykeleather, Teddy Two Stoned Heart.
Teddy's here.
We got Christian Torres. What's up, CT?
CT.
Man, it has been a minute.
Oh, man. I have no idea what's going on.
And Justin over on Twitch.
Yeah, and Anaconda Vice and Mr. Bang Bus GM. What's up,
So
guys?
I think Soji said that, it was pretty decent. It was his takeaway. I know Anaconda Vice was totally against this show tonight. I don't know. I felt like it was a lot like last night. There were 2 or 3 things that were decent about it. And then that was it.
Well, I mean, if we're going to put it back to
We're
back.
just talking overall,
Yeah,
Just
I
compare
would
last
say-
night to tonight.
Well, I mean, I would say last night was a much better program to watch than tonight was.
Why isn't Eric in charge? With 2
It just
weeks,
hasn't happened yet.
But 2 more weeks to SummerSlam?
Maybe I guess they want to push it back after,
Why?
I don't know.
I mean, Paul, he acknowledged it last night. There's
Sure.
no question.
Well, but he's already been in the company. He's already been intertwined in WWE.
Yeah, and I mean, tonight's show is so bad that they've made it clear that Eric wasn't involved.
Right.
I don't know. I guess we should just get started, shouldn't we, Brian?
We should. We shall.
You good?
You good? You good? You good?
You good?
So we're going to play a little game of You Good. We're going to do the Smarkies. Excuse me.
You're excused.
Marky is extreme. He's not an award.
No. He's
and
an
then-
amazing individual.
Right. And then we're going to do a little dirt sheet mud report. Is that what I understand?
We can get into a little bit of things. There's been some happenings and some going-ons
Okay.
in the world of professional wrestling.
Let's start with SmackDown.
Yeah, tonight.
Tell me about
good.
it. Let's start right off the bat.
All right. So obviously last week we had the whole thing with KO getting kicked out. Oh, there we go. Yeah, with KO getting kicked out. Okay. This week it starts off a little bit more of the same. Before this show even really starts.
Yeah, no, they're earlier today.
Yeah,
I definitely want to talk about this one.
We see KO enter the building and Shane just immediately cuts him off and kicks him out of the building.
Yeah, did you notice that was by a metal detector?
Well, I mean, why not?
Where they stopped him and had their 4 local jobber security guards basically saying, hey, KO, you've got the night off. That's the exact same thing that happened last week, Brian, is it not?
Sure, yeah, but I mean,
he had the altercation with Dolph before getting kicked out, but it's the same result.
Yeah, but I mean, this kind of furthers the whole thing. Remember how they're saying that they want to push KO as almost like an fucking Stone Cold type of character? Remember all the times
he just keeps sneaking in.
Do you remember all the times that Stone Cold would do all the fucking sneaky stuff and run in and attack Vince? And we're getting more of the same.
All the times Dean Ambrose did that on SmackDown.
Sure, Dean did it. I mean, a lot of guys did it.
I just don't remember back-to-back booking. We're constantly running the same bookings down our throat. 6-man tag matches. Now Raw likes to do the 2 out of 3 falls or restarts or resets or whatever the fuck they're doing. Why would you do this 2 weeks in a row, Brian? I have no problem with the spot.
Because
if next week they did this, I have no problem. Back-to-back weeks, this
pushes KO as a badass, right? He's the one that got kicked out of the building,
thrown
out by security.
He can come back into a public arena?
No, he ran in. He ran through
His
all of
picture's
those
on
fucking.
the bus.
Did you see all those superstars that he bobbed and weaved through? Buddy Murphy, fucking Shinsuke Nakamura, the Intercontinental Champion.
Wait,
mind you, was out there.
Wait.
Yeah,
he didn't bob and weave through any of them.
Oh, he did.
He was already in the ring.
Nope.
When they all came out. And for whatever reason, they all stood there while he stunned Shane outside at the end. If you want to flash forward right to it, Brian, let's let the facts be stood.
Yeah, we're jumping ahead of ourselves.
KO ran away.
Yeah.
Not through a sea of anyone, and he didn't run through a sea of anyone to get there.
That's because he's that quick.
We'll get to that. Don't jump ahead.
Did you see his beard? It's very trimmed. He's very aerodynamic now.
Anyway, the earlier today segment. The banning of tonight for him to only show up is more confounded, Brian, by the fact that he is in the main event.
Well, that didn't.
He goes from banned earlier today.
But that didn't happen right off the beginning. You're getting ahead of yourself again, sir.
No.
You need to chill out.
I'm still talking about the fact that he's banned here.
Yes.
And he shows up in the main event.
Right, but that didn't happen yet. Okay, so.
Okay, but that is reality.
Yes, but that's like fucking. You're jumping way ahead of yourself. You're not even explaining how they got there.
Okay, well then let's. Anything on the board before we go to the town hall? Then.
Yes. Let's see. Bang Bus says Becky now Owens. Who's the next Stone Cold?
Everybody. Everybody's a Stone Cold as long as there's a McMahon around to be in a McMahon.
CT says it's KO is the perfect for a Stone Cold position. Agreed. Right? They're going to push him to as a fucking babyface right to the moon.
They did it before. And just never actually let it finish. I can't remember. Maybe KO got hurt. It seems like they started it. CT says KO should show up in a maple syrup truck.
What else could he show up with?
I don't know, but that would be sticky as fuck.
That would be disgusting. Get all over the fucking audience and stuff.
Oh, dude, you would have to give me my money back on that ticket.
And Shoji threw up there. He says that the Shane KO was expected. SummerSlam match, probably a stipulation. Yeah, but we've already seen this before, right? When he jumped off the fucking Hell in the Cell, him and Shane and KO. But now the roles are going to be reversed. Okay, so
yeah,
little different.
If Teddy is serious on the board, I never know how serious he might be, but he's saying that Brock Lesnar had a replica belt last night.
Oh, man. I have no idea what's going on.
Anaconda Vice says, where's SmackDown of 2019? KO Mania running wild, brother, for CT. I don't know. Let's move on. I know we're going to come back to this because this is the main event, so, don't poop your panties. We're coming back.
Yeah.
Good.
Late one on the board. Stike is saying that he shows up in an Oscar Mayer wiener truck. That's not Canadian.
No, I don't think it has anything. That's an American. No. It's an American staple.
Yeah, that's not fucking Canadian.
Nah, you were reaching there.
It would be like a Putin or Poutine truck.
What? Can you please go to the town hall?
A Zamboni. There you go. A fucking Zamboni.
Town hall.
Okay.
They've done the Zamboni.
Now this is the big one. This is one of the big ones that they've been promoting. I guess ever since it was announced that they're going to be doing the town hall thing with Shane. And Shane comes out and they actually have, for those of you that haven't seen it, they had 2 microphones set up on the stage and Shane was just ready to take the brunt of the whole roster. They had faces, heels, everyone was mixed out there. And the first one. Who do you think of the first one to show up and speak, right? Who's the leader of the SmackDown roster?
There's only one person.
Roman Reigns, the guy with the wettest hair.
Who could lead that locker room better?
That would be correct, sir. Yes.
And to my knowledge, he never came back out, right? This is it.
That was it.
He said goodbye.
That was it. He wasn't obviously he wasn't at the end chasing after Kevin Owens because
And he didn't really ask a question.
No.
He made a statement and left.
Yeah. He said nobody respects you. He says Shane doesn't get it. As far as diplomacy, he tells Shane to kiss his ass.
Yep. Again, no question.
But and then this is more of what we've been seeing lately of Roman Reigns, right? He's been all of his promos have kind of been just short and
sweet,
short and to the point, and he wasn't wearing any fucking gear. He was just looked like a dude. He was humanized. It was good. It was refreshing. It was different.
I don't think anybody really needs to. If you're going to have a long weekly program, nobody needs to sell the farm but once in a feud. And go that one promo that defines the feud. Everything else can be short and sweet like Roman was here tonight. I have no problem with it, Brian.
Right. A couple of notable names that went up there and kind of spoke and, shared what they had to say with Shane. We had Liv Morgan, Buddy Murphy.
We'll talk about her later.
Yeah, of course. Apollo Crews, Zelina kind of spoke for Andrade, so they were both up there. We had Elias. We had the New Day. We had Big E and Kofi.
You mentioned Buddy. Is there any chance that Buddy fights Kevin Owens next week?
I think so. That's what it's looking like.
I mean, he said, keep my name out of your mouth.
Right.
Something simple.
Yeah,
if Buddy Murphy starts a feud or a program, whether Shane is involved or not, if he has a legit, not just a one-off, anything with Kevin Owens on the fact that keep my name out of your mouth, that's perfect. There doesn't need to be much more.
So a lot of this, it was back and forth
for no reason.
Right.
It was like a drunk in a bar.
Sure, drunk in the bar. It was just more back and forth of faces, kind of just talking shit on Shane, heels, just kind of boosting Shane's ego. Yeah. Right, exactly.
Zelina, Charlotte, Andrade, I guess, I don't really know what he said, all kissing Shane's ass.
Right. Until
and
Kofi eventually was the one that Shane had enough and he cut it off. And then that's when he sent everyone to the back.
By the way, that was very, very awkward. He was doing the cut it off motion for what I felt like was a good minute before they actually cut Kofi off.
To be dramatic. He wanted everybody to see.
But they cut to him and then didn't cut back to him forever. I don't know. It was bad production value, I thought.
But one of the big things, actually, there's a couple takeaways from this whole segment. Cesaro was the last person. After this all happened, Cesaro comes out and challenges Aleister Black, which to Shane agrees.
That's funny, Teddy.
What did Teddy say?
I can't. I don't know if I want to repeat it.
So you just say it on the air to interrupt, and then don't say what you.
He says if you get a BJ off Liv Morgan, you will have blue balls.
That actually is funny.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought it's like reverse.
That is actually funny.
Yeah, all right. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
That's okay. So Aleister Black and Cesaro, we have a rematch of that match from Extreme Rules, which exciting. That's cool stuff. Similar finish, but another interesting one too to come of this. And I want to know your opinion on it and how you felt about it. Well, you don't have to talk about the match, but one of the cool things, we had Liv Morgan set up a little kind of mini feud with Charlotte, which set up a match later on in the show. Adam, go.
You're talking about in the town hall.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about that when we get to that.
This is the town hall. What are you talking about?
No. We're not going to talk about they have a match later, Charlotte and Liv Morgan. Isn't that later on?
Right, but what I'm saying is,
so I'm good here. I'll talk about it then.
Okay, but are you good with the fact that Liv Morgan is the one out of all the women?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, I like that. That.
Why not for a couple reasons. Number one, Charlotte is. Let's just go ahead and talk about this now. The whole thing. I don't know what your order is, but if we're gonna do it, let's do it. Charlotte Flair is the Roman Reigns.
Okay, we're gonna talk about
of the women's division.
Yeah.
Okay, no question.
Okay.
I'm not talking about her talent level. I think she's a very talented women's wrestler. I'm talking about the fact that she's an 8-time women's champion already.
Okay.
In 4 years of her career, she has Hall of Fame career. In 4 years. That's my comparison to Roman. Now, with that said, keep her the fuck away from Becky. We've seen it a bazillion times. Keep her the fuck away from Bayley. We don't need to see that anymore either. And why not put somebody like Liv Morgan here? Charlotte is a name. Liv Morgan could use the TV time. I thought she should have been showcased a little more.
Who, Liv?
Yeah. But her losing to Charlotte, it's fine. She didn't need to win
No, I mean, that
like
was expected.
Cedric
Come
did
on.
over Drew last
Right?
night.
That was expected.
But to compare it to like Cedric and Drew last night,
yeah.
Cedric almost needed that win to gain some notice. Liv did her best to stand up here. My takeaway here is maybe the blue tongue and some of the gimmick. I wonder if she goes and gets repackaged.
What, green
Because
tongue?
she walked over, she grabbed the headset at the end, Brian, from Corey.
Don't say Brian. I'm right here. I know you're talking to me.
Oh, the podcast people might not know.
Okay.
I'm trying to.
I got you.
She grabbed the headset. She said, Charlotte was right. I'll be back.
Well, let me tell you something, Adam.
Is that a repackage?
Potentially, Adam.
Okay.
Yeah, Adam. Let's see on the board.
I hate you.
Anaconda Vice is saying, he's saying, I'm sorry, CT, let's go back. He's saying Cesaro should legit be pushed to the top. Yes, correct. Talking about a little bit about Andrade, and then Stike is saying that Liv actually didn't look bad against Charlotte.
That was a gold comment you wanted to read. I mean, I like CT,
just going
but
back and forth over there, just kind of pepper it in there. You hear that? Stike is saying that Liv actually didn't look bad against Charlotte. No, I didn't think so either.
She didn't look bad.
No.
I'm more curious of where they're going here. At least they sowed a seed here.
It definitely seems like she's going to get some sort of repackage because
something.
No longer is the fucking Riot Squad, right? That's done.
Yeah, that's long. They split them up by the draft. Ruby is MIA. Sarah,
Ruby's hurt.
Yeah, and Sarah, I heard that she was going to start coming out with her husband as make her kind of the manager.
A Viking. What's a female? Yeah. Are all just men and women just Vikings?
I don't know.
Or is there like a female Viking?
I don't know. Maybe she's a bottom Viking.
That's not funny.
Yeah, okay, fine. A top.
Power Viking?
Power Viking.
Oh, boy.
CT says, I wish they would stop pushing Charlotte. I don't know that they're pushing her here. She hasn't been on a pay-per-view in a while. Let her work with some of the lower people. Make her be the graduate, the benchmark, if you will, Brian. You have to get past her to go toward the belt.
Yeah, I mean that seems like she's in the position
gatekeeper.
Where that would be the call where she would be the one where be like, you know what, I'll take a step back. Let's have Bailey and fucking
she
Ember.
She is an 8-time champ. She doesn't
main
need
event
to be
SummerSlam.
there.
Right,
yeah.
exactly.
Ember and Bailey. I mean, I don't know where we are.
Or maybe she's just kind of going through the whole division and just repackaging. She'll just beat someone, and then the next week they'll be repackaged.
Yeah, I don't know where we are.
Well, that was just the Charlotte Liv Morgan saga. But right before that, I guess we don't really have to talk too much about it, but we had the Aleister Black Cesaro rematch that we saw at Extreme Rules from Sunday. Any takeaways for you, sir?
That was what was next. Another good match. The fact that it was the same ending in the one good thing, silver lining that I've noticed a lot of is we're having finishes that don't have to have finishers. And this one to finish almost the exact same way. I mean, he crushed that, the Black Mask. He crushed it. Cesaro, both hands down again, way below his shoulder to make sure he took it.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, spitting the mouthpiece out, too, just the visual of it, and then them zooming in.
That was what was different.
That was very good camera work by WWE. That time
maybe they didn't get it right, so they had to do it again.
Showed you saying that, yo, Adam, the screen is frozen.
Oh, the screen is frozen.
We'll have to have our IT team look at that right now, and we'll have, hey, yeah, check it, okay.
All right, yeah. I don't know that. Hopefully you guys can still hear us very clearly. I like this. Now you've given it to me twice, though. I hope this doesn't go to SummerSlam, even on a pre-show or anything like that. You have to step this feud up. You have to make it something different. Aleister Black has won 2 times clean. Should be done, right?
The two of them, I guess so.
Two matches,
or
in less than 3 days, 2 matches, and he's won clean both of them, Brian. So as you're saying what you're about to say, factor that in.
So they're saying that we have audio but no video.
Okay, well that's good. At least we got audio.
Well, you can do your damnedest to try to get that video, sir. No,
you yelled to IT. What do you want me to do? Anyway, I think this is fine. I don't think it needs to continue, Brian.
We know how Cesaro has feuds with people, then likes to get into long-term relationships, a.k.a. tag teams, with fellas, right? Do you think that this is someone that he could maybe potentially
No. We the pizza, all that stuff. Let Cesaro have a chance here as a singles guy.
Agreed. I was just throwing that out there and wanted to test you. Thank you for that answer. I appreciate it.
No, he's perfectly fine. He's perfectly fine.
Okay.
Stike, it looks weird because Adam is making a lame expression, Soji says. Thanks, man. It caught me mid whatever, so of course I look lame. Anyway.
No, he always looks lame.
Good.
All right, so this is just a little quick hitter, but this is what sets up the whole Dolph Ziggler versus Kevin Owens at the end of the night. Shane McMahon is backstage, and this is where DZ just runs into him, and he says that they need to teach KO a lesson, okay? So then Shane says that Kevin Owens is probably long gone, right? He kicked him out hours ago. He's probably at a fucking Denny's or I don't know, where were they?
He kicked him out hours ago,
at
but
fucking Dunkin' Donuts.
Yes. He kicked him out hours ago, but less than 30 minutes before that, he stunned him at the end of the town hall.
Well, no, it wasn't at the end of the town hall.
Yes, it was.
Yes, it was at the end of the town hall.
Yes, it was. He stunned him twice tonight. So that's why I'm saying for him to go, oh, he's nowhere near here.
Okay.
This
Maybe
is
he
why
made,
the
he
whole
made a reservation at IHOP.
Oh, come on.
Fucking a burger
Come
joint.
on,
What's a popular
Brian,
Boston?
Brian.
I don't know, Wahlburgers.
Hey.
Yeah.
Rose-colored Rob is not here. The Kool-Aid was not served tonight. You're acting out for no one.
No.
You can be real with me.
I'm being very real.
He's saying that he's long gone, but 20 minutes prior, a segment and a Aleister Black Cesaro match prior, he was stunned by him.
Well,
do you see the flaw? Wait, just can you please acknowledge that you see the flaw here?
Let me finish after you.
Okay, go for it.
Yes. But this is where Dolph says that he can get KO back when he says that he can have him in the main event. And that's where he reaches and reels KO back in.
Yeah, KO
with
sitting
the
in the parking lot,
event.
like with his Norelco trying to shave parts of him that we don't see on TV.
So Shane says if Dolph can do it, then the match is good to go. So there we have it. That's how the main event is set up. So it's a main event that we don't even really know is going to happen just yet at this juncture of this episode.
Soji says he never left the building. No worries.
We don't know that.
No. Soji says he never left.
Maybe he drove to a fucking gas station.
Trust
got some
Soji.
beef jerky. Okay.
Don't
got
trust
a fucking
you.
ramen cup noodles.
Stike and CT just want him to go back to his comedy career. I'm good here, man. I'm good.
I'm good too. Anything else on the board?
No.
Do you have no sound effects either?
No, I got nothing.
Oh.
That's why I'm doing everything.
Good.
Yeah, I just hit the good button again. It's frozen too. Thanks for reminding me. Anaconda Vice says yawn. There you go. That's some more stuff for the board. What's next?
So we have a little bit more. I'm sorry. This is actually. We already spoke about Liv in Charlotte. So this is actually where that whole shebang happened. Okay. Backstage, little thing with Shinsuke, and we have Ali that seems to be a challenger. Now this didn't set up any kind of match for tonight, but it did plant the seeds for maybe something. I don't know, either next week or at SummerSlam per se. Does that excite you? Shinsuke Nakamura versus Ali.
There's only two weeks. Shinsuke, okay, here's this is such a catch-22 here, Brian. The thought of Shinsuke Nakamura and Ali as a feud is awesome. I really would like to see what those guys could do in a feud. Don't do it at SummerSlam. You have a go-home show and another week to make something. Please don't do it.
Elevating you guys, though, right? You were just talking about elevating Liv Morgan.
Right. So make this 6-man tag matches that you love. Make a Frankenstein tag match of two other competitors like Aleister and Cesaro if you're going to continue that. Look, think about that. Aleister and Ali versus Cesaro and Knock in a tag match just on a Tuesday night. All I'm saying is Ali and Knock deserve a better build than a rush to a pay-per-view. That's all I'm saying, Brian.
Everything's rushed, though.
But this one shouldn't be.
That's WWE
If you're
2019.
truly trying to elevate somebody, this one shouldn't be. Cedric wasn't necessarily rushed. They didn't just have.
Yes,
No.
it was. Cedric?
No.
They had him in a fucking janitor outfit one
last
week. And
week.
Okay, and now
And
he's
then he
now
beat
he's,
Drew.
And now he's beating Drew. That's not
Rush.
Rush.
If he had beat Drew last week, it might have been Rush. Is all I'm saying. Anything on the board?
Shoji's just saying that if it's a SummerSlam pre-show match, lame.
Yeah, that's
as far
what
as
I'm saying.
Ali and Shinsuke.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let it go. Let it be a build. Let it do something. You could even do what the Iconics did tonight. I know we'll get there.
Stike is saying that KO is hanging at the concession stand.
Good. Justin says the only eatery near the DCU Center is an Uno Pizzeria and Grill. If KO wanted a quick bite, check the map, Brian.
Chicago? Isn't that a Pizzeria Uno, right?
I don't know.
Chicago deep dish style pizza in Boston, Massachusetts.
Well, no, but it's a chain everywhere.
Right, but it's
okay, yeah, right. So your
great.
joke sucks when you point out that
great,
it's a
though.
chain.
It's fucking all right. Let me go to Bertucci's.
It's mall pizza like Sbarro.
Which Bertucci's? If you want to be a sponsor, I mean, we can. That'd be just
by the
fantastic.
way, Sbarro is Michael Scott's favorite pizza.
Fine Italian food, right off the boat.
Good.
All right, this is another one that they were promoting. They had Shane's whole thing, right, and then we also had a career-changing announcement from Daniel Bryan.
Which New Day? I mean, this was the closest that we had to a celebration, I guess, for them.
A little bit.
Not shocked that Daniel Bryan's whatever you want to call it tonight was thrown in with it. I obviously think we should talk about this.
Yeah.
But where nothing came of it. Why tease this on your website, send out emails, send out blasts? Is it just to let us are they testing the waters?
No, I think this is just to kind of I don't know if they're making it more of a deal than maybe it actually is, maybe to try to I don't know, drum up interest.
But who would announce, "Hey, I'm about to possibly go face tonight"?
Well, no, come on, they didn't say that.
No, I'm saying like that. But who would announce? I have a career-changing announcement. It'd be the only career-changing announcements they would plug like that are when Edge and Daniel Bryan said goodbye originally.
Exactly. Which doesn't that kind of sour it the first time when he actually did say goodbye, right?
Right.
At the time,
so what is this?
right? Exactly.
What could this be? So what could it be? That's what I'm saying. I think this is a test.
Okay.
So that us podcasters, trolls, everybody else will predict where this is going. I mean, fuck, man. Maybe he just comes back, Brian, and has a new way of saying that he lost his smile so he can go take time off and be with his daughter more for a minute. Take, 6 months off.
He's going to go fuck Sonny?
Jesus.
Well.
Why'd you go there?
You said it. I don't know, man. I mean, this is cool. It's like I said. I mean, I was kind of pissed just because I really did want to see something from Daniel Bryan. We've seen it before, and last time he said this, it was a fucking big deal. And now we got absolutely nothing. Not even one word. Not from him. Not from Rowan. Nobody.
Yeah, it was like, remember how Dean Ambrose was coming out and shitting all over every crowd, like home base? Oh, we're in Chicago. Chicago makes me want to puke. Oh, we're in Denver. Oh, I hate Denver. It makes me want to puke.
You're talking about during the tail end of his great WWE run.
And then they just decided the next day, hey, you're going to be in a Shield reunion tour on your way out instead. Yeah. I feel like that's what this is.
Or, I mean, it could just be,
they don't have an end game.
Well, and plus,
they don't know how to get out of this.
Creative is, exactly.
And
Creative is kind
stalled.
of in a limbo right now just because when is Uncle Eric going to come in and fucking take the fucking reins of everything? Rob
has a theory. He might be right.
What's that?
He's watching all these old episode DVRs. Maybe it brought him down. It made him so depressed that's why he had to take another week before he can start.
He's just sitting on the recumbent bike. He already moved to Connecticut. That much we know. Okay.
Right.
So
now he's
just
watching
sitting
the
on
vault.
the bike, just watching episodes of SmackDown. Fucking, he probably doesn't even have a Hulu account. He's probably using fucking Pritchard's password or some bullshit.
Yeah. Hey, everybody on the board. Daniel Bryan, what he did tonight, walking back and forth to the curtain and not saying anything. Somebody else did that.
I want to say Dolph. Didn't
and
Dolph
I can't
do
remember.
it?
I don't know. It seems very recently that someone did this. In any event, it is what it is. Who cares?
So, yeah, we get nothing. But then this leads into Samoa Joe's music.
Oh, and a 6-man tag for...
Playa.
I feel like this was a pop test. Do we want to see Joe again against Kofi at SummerSlam? Do we want to see Randy against Kofi. We've seen them fight for the IC title
One more person that
9 years ago.
You have not named. Who's the
Or
third person?
their third person, so that we can have some random-ass Frankenstein 3-on-3 team. Drum roll, please.
Well, actually, it was going to be a guitar stroke, but
Elias.
yeah.
So think about the mixed bag of tricks that you have here. Elias ain't one shit.
No, but he's
Just happy to be here.
But he's kind of hungry, right? At
Joe-
least he's been showing a little bit of fire lately.
Joe, given the mid-card belts, never gotten over. He's 0-7 going for the title.
But he's getting pushed right now.
And then the
so.
14-time world champion, Randy. These are your three suitors, if you will, potential contenders. Is that what they were doing here, Brian, is teasing these three guys to see who we want? Or are they just giving us one guy at each level, at each station? Shut us up. We got a mixed bag.
I think it's a mixed bag of both. Honestly, I mean, I don't think it's bad choices, right? I mean, you could make a case for any of the guys. Maybe not so much Elias. Randy, yeah. Joe, of course. Elias, I mean, he's popular on the show, so.
Do you like any of these?
Joe, I do.
You like another Joe, another chapter in the Joe Kofi saga of the three.
I just want to see Joe winning.
Okay, but
That's why.
We're not guaranteed an outcome here.
No.
This is the next chapter in Kofi's saga.
But to get there, this
Do
is
you
the
want to
next step.
see another Joe and Kofi? Do you want to see a Randy Kofi first time for the big belt?
I don't want to see Randy Kofi.
Okay, and then
I don't think Randy wants to see Randy Kofi.
Okay, well
you even
then-
heard it tonight. He was so fucking. If
are
they
you
didn't make fun of
choos-
his dick size, he wouldn't have been in that match.
are you choosing option 3?
Elias?
Yeah,
No. Joe.
SummerSlam.
Joe. Elias versus Kofi does not really do much.
No,
No.
it doesn't, because they have not booked Elias to be that way. It could, right? It could.
Oh, for sure.
If
yeah.
Elias was booked properly in the past 3 to 5 months,
I love Elias.
it could easily be. Yeah, exactly. That's my point. They have not get it. Hey, what's up, Berto? Berto's joining us late. Elias should be just running the Benny Hill belt 24/7. That's from Justin. Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to have a former 24/7 winner versus your WWE champion at SummerSlam.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, they could have built him up to be something here, but the last 3 to 5 months they did not.
Well,
Good.
Hey, that was actually a pretty good one. Hey, did you actually like the fact, though, that they did that New Day did the whole playa thing, right? Anytime you talk about 6-man tags, you have to mention goddamn Teddy Long.
Wait, but Teddy Long wasn't necessarily the 6-man tag man. He was the tag man.
Yeah, but then
He
you
would
would always
go,
say, playa, it's a tag
Brian,
match, playa.
Brian, Adam, you guys tag match. You're going to take on Rhodey and Rob
Yeah.
and Rose-Colored Rob. Angry Elf. I like the Angry. I missed that.
Have we gone on the board
I
lately?
never thought we'd
Have we
miss
gone to the
that,
board?
Yeah, we have.
Yeah. Everyone's saying not Joe, not Elias, not RKO. Waste of fucking time by
Yeah.
Vice.
Vice, what? He's right. These three are bad choices.
I say,
The only thing
Dan-
worse
what
would
about-
have been Roman.
no, Daniel Bryan doesn't make any sense either.
Why not? You have him come to
been
the
pretty
ring.
far away, though.
Rowan stands on the outside.
But what are we, 2 weeks away? 2.5 weeks? You're going to build Daniel Bryan versus Kofi in a rematch again?
A rematch from WrestleMania. Yeah, why not? Sure. At SummerSlam, another rematch. See, here's the thing. Everybody, and this is why I tease Rose-Colored Rob and wish the Angry Elf was back, is because of stuff like this, Brian. They don't have themselves prepared to do anything different with the main event. They have not created main eventers. They have struggled to book their mid-card right because they keep taking main eventers when they don't hold the title and aren't chasing the big belt and moving them to the mid-card. AJ Styles is a perfect example of that, Brian. So when you do that, your mid-card is never built. Rob talks about the glory days when, the guy at the top of the list, number 2, was the IC, and that was your vaulting point to be the contender.
No. No. IC is on the kickoff.
Right
show.
now.
Yeah.
But you got to start somewhere. The fact that they're still using main eventers chasing mid-card belts mean that those guys can never get over the hump. Ascension never stands a chance in the tag division.
What did you say?
Exactly. So
Did you see them in NXT?
I don't ever need to see them again.
I actually did forget. We did not talk about a second. We skipped one.
Well, we can come back to it. Let's finish this one. We'll come back to it next.
Okay. I thought we were done. Anything else to say?
What's on the board? I got nothing else to say on it. I thought you might, but I
see.
forgot you.
Stike is saying on the board. He's saying Kofi and Daniel already had his rematch. He had it on an episode of Raw.
Yeah, I mean, well, no, I mean they've. It's fine.
Yeah. Anaconda Vice is saying that I'm convinced he's going to AEW even if he wrestles for WWE a little bit longer. I believe he's talking about Daniel Bryan.
When's Daniel's contract up?
Didn't he just sign one? He
I
signed
know.
one like last year or something.
I feel like he just signed one.
He's got that cushy money. He's got fucking Bella money coming in too.
Yeah, he's not going anywhere.
No.
Even without the Bellas have their own show plus the Diva show. I mean,
Right.
come on.
And one more, Vice was saying that he was hoping that Luke Harper came out when Dana Bryan and Rowan were out there.
What was it that I said jokingly? They should have a fake Kane storyline. Luke Harper should have come out dressed like Kane.
He should have.
To kill Rowan, reunite Team Hell No, and the next week Kane show up and go, "That wasn't me," and
that would have been entertaining.
Yeah.
Actually, Vice was talking about Luke Harper, not Daniel Bryan. And GX2 Entertainment says if Randy is an option to face Kofi, yes. I've been waiting for this damn matchup since Kofi got the belt. Enough with Joe for a while, please.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Really? You guys are hating on Joe?
No, I'm not hating on Joe, but if you're not going to give him the title, stop putting him in this position, Brian. He's 0-7.
Fair enough.
That's all I'm asking.
That much I can live with. That much I can live with.
It's different, Brian, if having him lose grudge matches, right? If Joe's going out there and let's say fighting Dolph Ziggler and losing, fighting Xavier and losing, somebody that is not a champion, when he's being booked to challenge somebody and can't even defend a title at the mid-card level, it's just not believable anymore. He is tiptoeing that Bray Wyatt line of believability that he can do anything.
Oh, our service call got in. Our IT tech is here.
Oh, yeah, that ITT Tech. It only took like 2 hours.
ITT Tech. He went to Briarcliff College.
Well, anyway, that segment that we skipped, Brian, you ready?
Yes. Are you ready for this? Good. So this is actually a match that sets up our SummerSlam. They just threw it out there, kind of just right in our face.
See if it sticks.
Didn't really build it much. But we had.
Hey, imagine that.
All right. We had a tag team match with Bayley teaming with Ember Moon versus your ladies, my
Icy
ladies, Icy Hot.
Yeah.
Put your hair up and square up.
Isn't that their name, Icy Hot?
That is a great name. If it's not, no.
She's icy. He's and she's hot.
Yeah. So they had a match. Ember Moon and Bayley took pretty easy care of them. But after the match, it was Bayley had a post-match interview, and she, it was very obvious where this was going. But she eventually challenges Ember Moon to a match at SummerSlam. For me personally, I don't hate it. Like I said, really no build, but this does elevate Ember Moon in a match. It's going to be a marquee matchup, we think, right? It's not going to be pre-show. Not going to be pre-show. So it'll be a good match for her. It'll be a good spot for her. This means that Charlotte is away from it, right? Okay, that's another positive.
I have no problem with the booking.
Okay.
Ember Moon, heel or face?
Ooh, Ember Moon, heel or face?
Mm-hmm.
Right now, face, but
okay.
that
Bayley, heel or face?
Brother, she's a face.
Okay.
Big time.
The last 6 months at least,
yeah,
every face-face rivalry has been about respect.
Mm-hmm.
Here she is. I challenge you to see if you can do it. They're gonna break down. They'll accidentally hit each other. Blah 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 blah. Do something different here. Have one of them go fucking full heel.
Well, it's not gonna be Bayley.
Then it should be Ember.
Yeah.
Next week, go, you know what, bitch? I want that fucking title. I'm tired of waiting in line. I'm going to take it and go ham. Whether she wins or not, she could get DQ'd. How great would that be for a storyline build if Ember Moon doesn't walk away with the title because she got herself DQ'd from beating the dog shit out of Bayley?
It's going to be hard to kind of build her, though, right, as that fucking just killer heel when you had her about 2 weeks ago reading a fucking – she was probably reading Goosebumps or some bullshit backstage. I don't know.
Hey, people forget 2 weeks ago. I forgot she was reading.
Vice actually threw out there on the board. He was something that I know I also threw that idea out there. I think everybody's been throwing out that
Not
idea
me.
out there.
Not me.
Since fucking God knows when. But he said that.
I don't predict anything hopeful anymore.
I was hoping Sasha came out and trolled on Ember's reign. Which, I mean, there's a lot of layers to that. Yeah, but.
Roman's reign?
Troll?
Rainsy Romans?
And then Shoji saying that Brian also means they can make Bailey or Ember a heel. I like the potential. That's true, but I don't see. I don't see Bailey going heel. No, right? Not going to happen. If they haven't done it yet, they're not going to do it. John Cena never turned heel.
He started heel, though.
True. But never turned.
He turned face once. Yeah. He's had one turn.
Adam, do you want Sasha to go to AEW? That's what Vice wants to ask.
I don't care.
You don't care? You don't think she would do better?
Right now, no, I don't care. Don't care.
All right.
I am happy though that the women are. I have been bitching nonstop for the entire length of this podcast. What are we? Episode 418.
418.
I have been complaining that they never do women's feuds away from the belt. They're doing a lot of them lately, and I'm fine with it. And think about this, Brian. They've been doing Icy Hot and Ember for weeks.
Yeah.
While Alexa was fighting Bailey. Now, because Ember's relevant, she's getting a title shot after being on TV for weeks. Not always wrestling, but being in a featured spot on weeks. It's not like they just how do I pick that? Revive them like Natty was last night. Oh, by the way, Natty's on the roster. Here's a title opportunity. We haven't seen her in forever. Just because you're going to Canada? At least Ember, we've seen her in these other feuds.
Yeah, we've seen her reading.
So
doing crossword puzzles, doing Sudoku backstage. Cool. Yeah.
Can't believe I'm the one trying to say this.
Compared to fucking Bailey, yeah, she probably is a killer heel when it comes to that. If you compare him.
Why not let it try? Why not?
Why not let it dry?
Yeah. Good.
Moving along.
The board wasn't saying anything important.
Yeah, that's okay. Now we have match number 5, another tag match, another women's segment. We have Asuka and Kairi Sane with Paige by their side, the Kabuki Warriors, everybody knows, versus the Iconics.
I want to talk about this.
Let's hear it. For the Women's Tag Team Championship.
Here you go. Most perfectly booked everything of the night.
Why is that?
Because of the ending. You have a decent match. I know it didn't see conclusion. You have a good match. You have some good exchanges that result in the Iconics realizing, yeah, we can get counted out.
Sure.
And we don't.
Smart.
These two had to work for 2 weeks to get a title shot. Then they had to wait 2 weeks to actually cash it in. We can just wait 10 seconds out here and then grab our titles and leave. They even helped the announcement. They're like, yeah, the winners, you guys, but we still got our titles. This is a perfectly booked way to keep this rivalry going another week.
Another week or another 2 weeks?
Another whatever. What I'm saying is
till SummerSlam, though. That's what I'm getting at?
Yes. You allow an authority figure to add a new stipulation. Or Paige, since she's the voice of the team, she go, I talked to the authority, and guess what? If you get counted out, you lose the belts. So next week they're going to get DQ'd. The week after that, she goes, if you get DQ'd or counted out, you lose the belts. So they'll find a new way to lose. Like, there's a lot of room to grow is my point.
So you're telling me it's a street fight tag team match for the belts.
If there's a clean victory either way tonight, there's no build. This starts the story while also giving you the match right away. That's all I'm saying.
I like it. Honestly, I mean, like you said, it was a quick matchup, very quick. But it goes along with the fucking Iconics not really wrestling, right? That's what everyone's kind of not arguing, but they're fucking complaining that how come we're not seeing the tag team champions? How come they're not wrestling? Right?
Not a Shane way.
And now they're choosing not to wrestling. That's great.
Yeah, that they walked away. I like it. What else you got? Anything on the board before we move on?
Stike is just saying, so I guess they take the titles from them at SummerSlam, meaning who? Fucking
Pirates?
Really? I don't think so.
I think that's where they're going to go. I don't know if the belts change hands, but they're going to fight. I think they'll finally be on the card. At SummerSlam, there's an extra hour. God, there's an extra hour. So
SummerSlam is where? Toronto?
Doesn't matter.
Canada?
Sure.
I'm crunching the numbers right now, and I'm pretty sure the Kabuki Warriors are not from Canada.
No.
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 So they're not going to get the hometown love. So there's one thing.
Good.
Iron Meds, what's up today? He's on the board saying SD Live sucked today.
Mm-hmm. That's what we're talking about, Iron
You
Meds.
can make that argument. We're just going through the show.
I mean, we're
arbitrarily.
being critical.
Sure.
Here's the thing. It's just like, Rob would never let me be able to say this on the air. But, Brian, I want to say this to you.
I'm scared.
Okay? If you were to just do the math, no matter what your opinion is, okay, math is math and your opinion is your opinion. If you tell me out of 10 segments that you like 3 of them and you don't like 7 of them, these are your opinions, but now we take those opinions in math. 30% of what you critique is good. Do you say it's a good show?
Well, if this are as pertaining to baseball, right? If you go 3 for 7, that's a pretty decent day.
No. Well, 3 and 7. It's not 3 for 7.
So 10
so
total.
3 for 10.
Okay,
You'd be 300.
3 for 10.
300 is not bad in baseball. You're
No,
right.
it's not.
Well, way to politician the question. You
Hey.
know what I was fucking asking.
You know.
I hate you.
Are we talking about baseball now?
No.
Bobby Bonilla Day was a few weeks ago.
Let's
FYI.
Killer Bees. Move on.
Yeah. Shoji saying, what about Kabuki Warriors turning heel at SummerSlam against Iconics and Iconics becoming a face tag team?
Ooh, a double turn?
It's a lot. That's
The
a lot going
Iconics
on.
don't work as faces, and the Pirates don't work as heels.
And as big as SummerSlam is,
Oscar works as heel. Kyrie
Yeah.
doesn't work as a heel.
right? As big as SummerSlam is, it's one of the big 4 that they have. That means they're just going to pile on as many teams and as many matches as they can. There's not really going to be a lot of.
Kabuki Warriors are going to probably win. I mean,
They
SummerSlam is,
could, but it's going to be quick. They're not going to have time to do anything.
it'll be pre-show either way. Who cares?
Mm-hmm.
Next.
Good. Let's see. And now we have Andrade versus Apollo, which do you want to talk about it?
I don't want to talk about this, except for the one thing. I thought this was blown off last week. Why are we here again?
I don't know. I mean, Apollo had a little bit of a segment during the whole town hall
No,
meeting.
he got name dropped by KO, so that's it.
He got name dropped, yeah, okay, last week, and now tonight
I think
he was
he
on the
got
show
name
in 2
dropped by
different segments.
KO, and they looked in the locker room and like, nobody's worked with you recently except for Andrade, so you got to go out and lose. Sorry, buddy.
Do you think there's a match for him at SummerSlam?
Nope.
Over under?
Nope.
No.
Nope. Unless it's a gazillion man battle royal on the pre-show.
Oh, fuck. Probably
I don't even
will be.
think he's chasing the Benny Hill title anymore.
No, he's too good for that.
Yeah.
He's too good for that.
Yeah. Too good.
On the board, Bang Bus is saying John Moxley versus Jeff Cobb. No, that did not happen on SmackDown Live tonight.
Next.
Yep. Good.
Let's get this shit going,
Yeah.
man.
Our main event, we have Dolph Ziggler versus Kevin Owens. Now,
And it turned into an impromptu lumberjack match.
well, which we kind of knew. We knew there was going to be some sort of shenanigans going on with Shane.
Who
and
was the
fucking
shenanigans?
DC.
What do we got? B Team. I saw Nakamura. You're fucking. By the way, your IC champ is out there as a lumberjack lackey.
Terrible. Not even a lumberjack. Not even an official lumberjack. You had
Yeah.
Buddy Murphy out there, too.
Well, Buddy makes sense because of
Not
the
really.
no, because of the beginning segment. Keep your name out my mouth. Buddy makes sense to be on the side here.
I don't want to see him running around like that. It just looks
Elias
silly.
makes sense. Drew makes sense. These are all Shane's buddies.
B team, though?
B Team doesn't make sense, but they have worked with Shane at least once in the past.
Yeah. Your
The-
wild card.
The thing is you had not 4 guys. You had plenty of guys, 10 or 12 of them, it seemed like. And KO's able to do a stunner
Bob and weave.
on the outside of the ring, on a side of the ring that nobody's there with the only way to run away.
Shelton
Completely
Benjamin.
unguarded.
Shelton Benjamin was there.
I know.
I'm just saying. I mean, just talk about fucking
Cesaro was
random,
out there.
Random
He's
ass
from
names.
Raw. Like, none of this makes sense.
And he was just he had a fucking match where he got his head kicked off. WTF.
This is very badly booked tonight. I get criticized a lot for being a negative host here. I'm not negative. I'm being very real. This realistically was not great. Logically, it did not make any sense. from an entertainment value, it did not make much sense. Sadly, the women, which were women heavy tonight,
Very women heavy.
they shined bar kind of low because the rest of it was Shane, who nobody cares about. So until Bischoff decides to show up, we're stuck with Shane.
We didn't get a Roman sandwich. We got a Shane sandwich.
I have
a Shane sub.
No.
A Shane
Don't
hoagie. A shogi.
Don't lump Roman in with Shane. Okay, I hate Shane. I'm not fond of Roman. They're different right now because
Wow.
Roman is cutting short and simple promos. Just like I said about Charlotte tonight and the women's promo being good, she's not fighting anyone for the belt. She's fighting talent that hasn't been on TV at all or was not showcased whatsoever in the now defunct faction that she debuted with, the Riot Squad.
Yeah.
These, these are good things. Okay. Roman and Charlotte are getting booked right. I cold day in hell, but if you want a fucking silver lining, Brian, there you go.
I mean, Roman's fucking busy tagging with the dead man.
No, but I'm saying he was off TV for a couple weeks.
Right.
He's cut a couple short and sweet
I gotcha.
promos.
I'm just fucking around.
Yeah. The bane of my existence right now is Shane.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, he's going to win the pink slip again.
Pink slip?
Yeah.
What do you mean he's going to win the pink slip?
My pink slip award.
Oh,
we got
your
the
award.
Smarkies coming up.
I see. Well, so here's the thing, though. With the whole Shane thing, and then we'll wrap it up and we'll get to the awards. They have to do something before SummerSlam, right? They have to. If everyone's saying that Shane needs to go away, Shane has to get off of TV. They have to conclude the story. It's not like they can
Maybe
just
that's why
pluck
Bischoff
him
hasn't come up.
like the goddamn fucking, who is it? The daughter from Family Matters when they just took her off TV willy-nilly? No, you can't do that. Everyone remembers, right? There's the internet.
Wait, but that actually, when the show started, they were still dial-up. But did you remember the resolve of that since you bring that up?
Did she go to camp or
She
boarding school?
She shows up. In real life, she went to rehab.
Okay, it was for weed, wasn't it?
I don't remember. But when she got out and she came back to the show, the way they reintroduced her character and explained where she went, she just walked in for dinner. They're like, oh.
She came back. Are you sure?
Yes, absolutely. They were like, oh,
I question that.
What happened to you? She's like, I took a really long nap upstairs. Lost track of time.
Was Cousin Richie there?
Yeah, this was definitely by Cousin Richie time.
And Rachel. Cool.
I don't know. I don't know Rachel. Cousin Richie, I remember.
And Rachel. It was Cousin Richie's fucking
Thelma
son.
Hopkins.
Yeah, maybe.
I agree with Adam on the main event. Last night, Dolph makes fun of Miz in a lame segment, and then he's the main event for tonight.
Yeah.
Are they kidding? Yeah. Makes no mistake. Taker versus Shane, buried alive match for Iron Meds. That wouldn't help. R.I.P. Richie.
Did
Richie die?
Richie died?
Wow, that's
No, he
horrible
didn't.
if he did.
I know Boner died.
Tonight was the Boners to Bone. Tonight, that was a different show.
I know.
Tonight was a Shane three-ring circus, Justin says. It was. Tonight is not good. If Eric is waiting to take over until they resolve the Shane storyline and Shane is done at SummerSlam, maybe that can justify the next 3 weeks, 2 more after this, I should say. But Brian, this is terrible. And Richie died of a drug overdose. Apparently,
that is fucking terrible.
Yeah, tonight was hot, utter garbage. Anaconda Vice says. Wait, what episode and who returned on Full House? I never saw or heard of that.
Steve is still alive and well.
Yeah, Urkel.
He's not. No,
Jaleel
Steve.
White.
No, fucking Full House, the boyfriend.
Oh yeah, he was the voice of the Aladdin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he's
one.
on Fuller House.
He's not in the new one.
Yeah,
not
in the new Aladdin. Yeah. But yeah, since Bang Bust asked, what we were talking about is the little sister on Family Matters. She disappears for a while. She does.
I don't think
come
she
back.
ever came back.
She does.
I believe no. This
she
is
definitely.
false.
We'll solve this off air. For
Okay,
now,
thank you.
We're gonna give you what you want.
Something new.
Something fresh. Fuck.
I don't know how the rest of it goes.
Anyway, we got 4 awards. Our sound effects aren't working, that guys.
Are they working right now? He fixed it.
No.
Our IT guy.
Our IT guy fixed the video because that's all you told him to do. Yeah, no sound effects are working. So we got the Marked Out Award. Well, that sucked, or well, that didn't suck. LOL and Pink Slip. Just 4 awards, dirt sheets, and we're going to wrap this bitch up, Brian.
Yeah, let's do it.
Get it started. Marked Out Award. What was your Marked Out for the night?
My marked out award was, hey, you know what? Fucking, how about this? Oh, man. The fucking Black Mass Aleister Black delivered to Cesaro.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah. Ba-ting!
Ting.
Yeah.
All right, I'll give you a coin.
Thank you.
I'm not going to try and do a Roddy because I can't do the lisp like Rob can.
No.
My marked out award is properly booking the women tonight.
Wow. Cold day in hell.
Well, I mean, you use Icy Hot to set up a contendership for Bailey and stuff as a, hey, this has been a build-up. Ember, go get a partner. So you have that story flow from its conclusion to the next chapter.
Okay.
You get Liv and Charlotte started. Charlotte hasn't been on TV in a while. Give Liv some TV time.
Sure.
And you got the Iconics and the Kabuki Warriors in what I think was the best booking of the night for their feud. So, yeah, good job. Ding, ding, ding.
You just said
Roderick
Kabuki
Strong.
Warriors and fucking good booking in the same sentence.
I said women in general good booking. And they had 3 segments in a women-heavy episode.
Yeah.
And that was the best part of the night, Brian.
Okay, I can go along with that.
What's on the board marked out?
For Bang Bless, it's Buddy Murphy debuting as Shane's newest bitch. Well, that's not true.
Is that a sarcasm marked out?
It could be.
I hope so.
He's within the range of his fucking tornado.
Yeah, because
That's
remember,
for sure.
Shane did go, oh, yeah, we'll talk later.
Right. Marked out for Stike is hopefully a long build feud with Ali and Shinsuke. I don't think it's going to be a long one, but at least we get it.
I mean, you've been watching Ali promos. I know he's been injured for like 5 weeks, and you're going to have a 1-week build? No. You got to do something more. I hope so, though.
Then for Shoji, it's Black Mass and Cesaro's mouthpiece flying out. I hated that prop. Why'd you hate it? I thought that was cool. I thought that was a great visual.
The only thing I didn't like about it is that it still says the bar.
Yeah, a little weird. I mean, but he's showing some fucking kudos to
Shameless
his
love.
boy. Yeah, right?
My fallen compadre.
Yeah. Marked out for Anaconda Vice, the cod I made for dinner yesterday.
Yeah, that was worth reading.
Yeah, sorry.
Justin, all the women's matches marked out for him.
Wow.
Next up, well, that sucked. Or, well, that didn't suck. What's yours, Brian?
Let's see. Well, that sucked. The main event, there was no conclusion. There was no bell rung. There was no announcement. If I were in the live audience, maybe we just didn't hear it. Maybe they just didn't. We didn't see it. I don't know. But it just seemed like they started chasing after KO, and then that was it. And then they did a fucking interview, right? They did an interview before anything with Shane, and we just hear him heavy breathing into the fucking microphone. Weird. Not good. What about you?
For me, my well that sucked is just the Shane thing in that sense. Everything changed tonight. Felt like Kiss My Ass from Roman was the final straw in their little feud, and then KO it picks right up. KO being Austin, okay. Shane being Vince, no.
Really?
If I have to accept KO as an Austin role, I don't want to have to accept Shane as a Vince too. Oh, that's not going to work for me. It's like Lion King, since you mentioned it. I don't really like the new Lion King, but at least they got James Earl Jones to do Mufasa again.
Yeah.
Well, that did or didn't suck on the board. What you got?
Well, that sucked or Bang Bus. On 205 Live, Drake Maverick beat up Mike Kanellis. After his match, I was just joking. If you're confused, they're in a feud on 205. Okay.
All right.
Well, that sucked for Vice. Cassius Jono.
Oh,
He's a jobber on main event now.
No.
I'm sorry, on the main card. I hate it. Sorry.
Was it Joe? No.
Thoughts and prayers to you, Vice. We love you.
Joe, no.
For Stike. Well, that didn't suck. Liv Morgan actually getting some TV time. Hopefully this turns into a repackage for her. Yes, that's kind of what it seemed like.
It seemed like. I hope it's
very clear.
like a week or two.
Yeah.
Have her do a couple teases and have her re-debut after SummerSlam. Right? That's only 3 weeks away.
Yeah.
For her to re-debut.
Well, what about at SummerSlam? Sister Abigail.
No.
Abby
have her re-debut
Abby
after.
the Witch.
You need some TV shit.
Well, that sucked for Shoji. Daniel teasing. I thought it was going to be surprising. Yeah, that did suck. I didn't like that either.
Yeah, that before
It
we
sucked
went
in a
on
good way.
air,
I like to hate
before we even started the episode, that was our biggest thing that we were talking about. You, me, and Rob speculating what could that be tonight.
Right.
And then nothing happened. Justin, will that suck? Shane on my TV all night. Get off already. Yeah. Wow.
He'll be gone. He'll be gone.
Bangla says he beat up Mike.
And you know what?
Yeah,
you want
we know.
Here's a little idea. Ready? Just real quick.
Run it by me.
Okay. Shane took over WCW. Okay. Now we have Eric Bischoff taking over SmackDown Live.
Mm-hmm.
They're kind of pushing each other in and out.
Mm-hmm.
Not in a weird way. That's what she said. That could make sense.
That's why
Right?
he has to have the blue chews.
Blue Chew, they're not a sponsor.
No, but they are for Eric. So I'm saying that's why he has to have them because, Shane makes him limp normally.
You know who is a sponsor for good old Uncle Eric?
Who?
Collar and Elbow.
Collar and Elbow is also a sponsor for us, Brian.
They are. 10%.
I don't have a sound effect.
10%.
Marked
Use
out.
Discount code marked out, all one word.
Do it.
Yeah.
Anyway, any others on the board? No. LOL. LOL's up next, Brian. I want you to go first.
Jesus Christ. LOL, how about how about Daniel Bryan not saying a word?
That made you laugh?
No. In a sad way. In a sad way.
No. You got the buzzer on that one. Sorry. You deserved it. My LOL at the beginning of the show, not the earlier on today stuff with Kevin Owens, but the beginning of the town hall meeting when everybody was standing out there, New Day all clanging their belts together in their little triangle of whatever there. Of course, they've held the belts 5 other times before, but this time they each had one to clang together. So that made me chuckle.
I have a late LOL.
Oh, now you got one.
Aleister Black's the fucking sound effect cranking noise that they make during his entrance when he's getting lifted up, fucking like Dracula.
Oh.
Right? That's not.
I don't think I ever noticed
That's not from the goddamn mechanics.
Da, 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 da. What's the LOLs on the board?
LOL for Shoji was Owens botching the stunner. I'm sorry I laughed. Probably lame. Yeah, that wasn't so much Owens. It seemed like that was Shane.
Yeah, that was Shane. Shane fell down when he got kicked.
LOL Carmella saying, I'll see you at Comic-Con. And R-Truth replied, don't call me a con. I did my time in jail. That's funny.
Yeah, Truth has his moments. It's really weird. What was that meme we saw of everybody, all the current roster people in 30 years? Oh,
yeah, because that's
Truth was the only one that looked the same.
That's the thing that's going viral. I guess that's what on your goddamn which app is that?
I don't know.
I don't have it either. What's the one that all the fucking not TikTok? What is that shit?
TikTok.
FaceTime? No.
That didn't suck.
Yeah.
Soji says the Benny Hill thing.
Yeah, right?
Bang Bus, you already read. LOL for Soji. Owens nope, we already read that one. Kofi calling the Viper limp. LOL for Justin.
That was pretty funny.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny. And that's what got Orton to turn around, which I guess it makes sense, right? They made fun of his manhood.
They made fun of
He's got like 7 kids, so obviously
7 kids.
There's
no reason to make fun of that man.
There's some venom in that.
Right? But no.
What?
He didn't. His new wife had
She
3.
has kids before, but yeah, they did have.
I mean, he's like an 8 is enough Brady Bunch step-by-step situation.
Yeah, they could have a show.
Yeah.
I would watch him on Total Bellas or whatever that bullshit
Miz and
is.
Miss Orton and Ortons and Ortons and Ortons.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we go.
LOL for Stike.
He says Kevin Owens running. It looks like he was late for dinner. Yeah, that dinner bell. Owens is looking in a little better shape than he was.
Oh fuck! It's Snapchat. We are old. Snapchat. We couldn't fucking figure out Snapchat.
You couldn't figure it out.
Oh, I couldn't think of it.
Pink slip for me. It always is Shane. What about you?
What was the Snapchat? Pink slip. Get it out of my face. I don't use it.
Okay.
What? I don't want points when I'm fucking texting and sending pictures of people. What do I need points?
By the way, speaking of being old, Kevin was supposed to be here tonight, but he had an attack of like scanners. I don't know if you remember the movie, and his brain.
A scanner darkly?
No, you are too young to remember scanners, but
what about the
they
net?
attacked and probed his brain, and he just couldn't be here.
Oh, damn it! I thought he's at an EDM festival. Isn't that what you said?
You see me rolling.
ED festival?
Pink slip. Bob finally for Bang Bus. Ouch.
Oh, man. It's too real.
It's still real to me, damn it. I'll do my own sound effect. Pink slip, Shane. That's for Stike. Soji says, I do Adam. Pink slip, Dolph. What does he mean, I do?
Who?
Explain yourself, Soji.
I do Adam?
Yeah, Shane. That's
someone threw out there step by step. We were talking about great sitcoms earlier, and we'd be remiss if we don't mention
with
step
the
by step.
chick from My Two Dads, Dallas and Three's Company.
Cousin
cast.
Cody.
Yeah.
He was in like American Kickboxer. Or one
he
of those
took
Kickboxer.
Jean-Claude Van Damme's place in the Kickboxer sequels.
That's what it is.
Like parts 3 and 4.
That's it.
Or something like that.
That's it.
Pink Slip, whoever wrote that shitty opener for SmackDown tonight, that's from Anaconda Vice.
Come on and ride now.
Oh, Soji said scanners. Yeah, somebody understands my references. Mud Report, picture me rolling, Brian's Hayden.
Don't sing. We're gonna get taken down if you copyright, man. Come on, you sound too much.
Patrolling to try to catch me riding dirty.
All right, we're gonna keep it quick. We're gonna keep it brief. Unless you guys on the board, if you have anything that you want to talk about, throw it out there.
Everybody had a crush on Suzanne Summers.
Yes. No. There was what, seven or eight siblings on that show?
I don't remember because they had the cousin, they had
Alex.
the two parents.
Dana.
Dana was the chick from My Two Dads.
Right. So Dana will
She was
not.
the only one I remember.
Yeah. She was on Step by Step, but she will not be on the scheduled Raw reunion that will be happening next week.
Is Boogeyman going to be there?
He very well. Yes, Adam. You know what? Let me check my list. He will be there.
What about The Godfather? I mean, I'm talking like the creme de la creme.
He will be there.
Is Devon going to be there?
Devon will also be there.
Okay. You are slowly just making my dreams come true.
A bunch of other names. Let's throw it out there. We got Ric Flair.
Oh, no, I don't care about him.
Booker T.
No.
Diesel.
No.
Mark Henry.
No.
X-Pac.
Yes.
Six Pac.
No.
Same person.
Six? Yeah, I don't care about Six.
1, 2, 3 Kid.
I love X-Pac. Six. Take him or leave him.
Lightning Kid. Kelly.
Yes.
Yeah. It's cool when she jumps back into wrestling because she fucking she left and then just turned.
I
and
just like somebody
the hockey player
has two names and doesn't make me have to remember more than one.
That's true. We got Road Dogg.
Yes.
Sid Vicious if he shows up.
Wait, is that the ankle guy?
Yes.
Yeah,
ankle
no.
Guy. We got Rikishi. We got you already named him. Boogeyman.
Rikishi.
Ron Simmons.
Damn.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I don't care about him.
HBK.
No.
The Click.
No.
Sting.
No.
And Stone Cold Steve Austin. Did I already say him? And
yeah, I thought you were
Hulk
giving
Hogan.
some important people. No.
Hulk Hogan.
No. Eric Bischoff's going to be there.
You think he will? He's not announced.
Yes, he most certainly is.
Are you sure?
Absolutely.
Where?
On the commercials that we saw tonight, his name.
Cite your sources, sir.
WWE, SmackDown, and Raw the last two nights are my sources, Brian.
You want to know someone that will not be there and that apparently...
Miss Chokes on Dick?
Miss Chokes on Dick? No. Miss Chokes on Dick will not be there. Children? No.
No, they've gone to bed by now. It is 11:37 on the East
Coast. A bunch of other names. Here we go.
Send your kids to bed.
Ted DiBiase, Christian, Sergeant Slaughter. You're right.
What about Ted DiBiase Jr.?
Eric Bischoff. No, Teddy Jr. will not be there. Jimmy Hart will be there. The Hurricane will be there. Santino Marella will be there.
Santino?
Jerry's former...
Wait, is Santino bringing the Cobra?
Probably. They alluded to it tonight. Right?
This is way better than any of your other name drop segments,
Thank you.
by the way.
I know. Thank you. This is great.
Sarcasm.
Yeah. But you want to know someone that did turn the Raw reunion down? Good old
John
JR. JR.
Imagine why. He works for the competitors.
Fucking A. That's kind of surprising, though, that they would actually reach out to him, though, right?
Yeah. I am actually shocked. That would be like, inviting an ex to a wedding.
I don't think I've ever done that. No. Let's see. The Jeff Hardy saga.
Is he released yet?
Yeah, well, it was more of a fine kind of deal, but there's a little bit more news.
They can't release him. I mean, the Usos are still around after, I don't know.
Oh, you mean did WWE release him?
Yeah.
No, he's still
yeah.
That's
jail released him.
That's not a problem.
Jail released him is what
well,
you're
it
saying.
didn't even get that far.
Bang bang.
But yeah, he was he was arrested for public intoxication.
Intoxication.
Blah, 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 blah. But apparently he was passed out in a stairwell, and that's how police found him. So there's a little bit more news coming out about it. It's not like he was just fucking drunk and just yucking it up with his buddies. It was kind of.
I got found one time in my boxers in the snow doing snow angels, so I mean I can't judge anyone.
Yeah. I don't know if I ever got.
But I'm not a celebrity with anything to lose. I was 19.
Right.
Like 23 years ago.
Shoji said he would mark out if Gangrel shows up on Raw. If the Brood did their fucking entrance on Raw reunion, I will do backflips till the end of time.
I think we should make cut some clips from Twilight and just throw Gangrel in there.
Okay. That'd be good.
Yeah.
Sure.
Just splice the little greatest hits together.
Yeah.
Maybe throw in Blade.
Yeah. Anyway.
Random other vampires.
Anyway.
Is that it? Bang, bang.
Yeah, bang, bang.
Bang, bang.
And let's see, just another quick one. Apparently.
Is that what you tell all the ladies?
Yes, apparently. Raw viewership rose after Extreme Rules. So the average number was 2.453 million, which is up from 2.351 from last week.
Okay, but here's the thing, Brian.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Okay, next week will be the tell. Because there are enough wrestling fanatics, fans, even the casual fans, that know who Paul Heyman is and heard he's taking back over the reins of Monday Night Raw tonight.
Yep.
I'm going to tune in and watch. So, of course, your ratings are high last night.
Okay.
The tell will be if they're high on next Monday, because that means he kept them. The thrill is gone now, Brian. I'm going to go do that. I'm going to go have sex with this person for the second time. It's not the first time.
What thrill is gone? What are you talking about?
I'm saying for the ratings.
For
the people
for
that
Bischoff?
came back. No, for Heyman.
Okay.
The people that came back last night, in my opinion, to see what he had in store. Do you think that they're going to come back next Monday based on what we saw? Being real. I'm not.
After watching tonight, no. But like I said, it's not like Paul Heyman and I mean Paul Heyman. He's got his hands a little bit on creative right now, right?
He said, "I have the stick."
He has the stick. Okay, fine. But still, I mean, it's
Or stroke. He said he has a stroke.
He has a stroke, right?
Sorry.
But it's still going to take some time for really to get his fucking feet underneath him. I mean, Bischoff hasn't even he hasn't even been around yet. He's not even there, so we can't even say anything about him. That's out of the question. I say give it time. Everyone's being so fucking just. I don't know what you want to see. You want to see the fucking.
No, here's the thing that you can't.
You want to see Sandman?
You can give something time, but when you're trying to reinvigorate the faith and hope of your fan base, you have to put a better product out there on the night that they come back to watch Paul Heyman return. You need to put a better product out there. That's all I'm saying. So the ratings responded to the return of Paul Heyman, Brian. No shock. But will they next week? No, they'll be right back in the toilet, I predict.
Bring back the Eliminators.
You're not listening.
Spice up the tag team division.
Can't have real discussions
Rest
with
in
you.
peace,
This is
Crows.
why we don't have any nice things.
Yeah, what are you talking about? We're having a great discussion.
No, you just said whatever you said. That had nothing to do.
Bring back the Eliminators?
Yeah, what did the Eliminators have anything to do with what I was telling you?
Paul Heyman, okay.
You
he's
brought back
he's a
your
big-time
audience
story.
on the basis that this was Paul Heyman's first night in control. You didn't deliver. The ratings are going to go right back down next week.
No, that's not what they said. That's not how they tried to draw people
There
in.
is a
That's
slow
not, okay.
build. That's fine, but you had to wow them. You had to bring the pain.
No, see, this
if
is
you
where you're
will.
wrong.
The old
No.
Brock, bring the pain.
When I was watching Chris Lee reruns and they're promoting these episodes, they were not saying
my
that
God.
Paul Heyman is in creative control of
No,
Monday Night
they
Raw.
were
Tune in and
all
see
over everything
if 911
else.
shows up.
All over dirt sheets, all over WWE even.
Chili Willy.
On there. Brian.
Yeah.
Everybody else was promoting it just because they weren't on the
The
USA
smart ones,
Network
the
during
smart
Chris
ones,
Lee.
The smart ones.
Get the fuck out of here.
But the
You gotta be
fucking
kidding
Roman
me.
Reigns and goddamn
You gotta be kidding
Chad
me.
Gable fans out
Do
there.
you have any bang bang? Fuck this. Bang
no,
bang.
No. And a late fucking mud report from Bang Bus. He's saying that Sean Spears will debut La Parka as his manager.
Okay.
Just kidding. That's not going to happen.
That's your wet dream.
That's false. It's actually half true. Apparently, Sean Spears is going to debut a new manager.
Bang Bus
at
also
All Out.
says Luke Harper's back on the road. Oh,
He is back on
Anaconda
the road.
Vice has to go. His hall pass for the evening is expired.
No.
We'll see you later, man. I know you can't put more money in the meter.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about Stacey Keenan and Sasha Mitchell from Step by Step, or Scott Weiger. You know,
Yeah,
Brian
we
was talking about
were,
Scott Weiger.
We were talking about all those people.
And Sasha Mitchell, I was talking about him from the Kickboxer franchise.
yeah, I was talking about him
And
from
I was
Cousin
talking about
Cody.
Stacey Keenan from My Two Dads.
My Two Dads.
Sasha Mitchell is Cousin Cody. I don't know if
no,
you
I
realize
thought it was
that.
My Three Dads. Wasn't that Paul Reiser?
Yes, and it was My Two Dads.
Three men and a baby.
Greg Evigan, Paul Reiser, and Stacey Keenan, and that judge lady who was
Judy.
on. She was a sub judge or something on Night
Judge.
Court at one time. I don't know.
Judge Dredd.
We're way off topic,
It's okay.
Brian. Bang bang.
Will Ospreay can no longer use his theme and has an injured neck. Well, I'm not shocked at his neck situation. But yeah, he had some copyright issues, and I guess the guy's getting too popular, and maybe the people who made the song are, they just kind of pulled the plug on it.
At least it might be something that sounds right. They had the rights to it. It's not like some
but it was
bullshit
a great song. It was a good
difference
song.
between past tense, future tense, and present tense.
I would play it, but I don't want them to kind of crack the whip.
Just sing it. Why don't you sing it for a second?
There. Great radio.
Oh, so good.
Great podcast.
So good.
Hey, I have no
Final
other...
thoughts on the board.
Bang,
Get them ready
bang.
because we're going to close it down here. Again, I'm glad Eric wasn't in charge so that we can just be continuing to ride the good shit lollipop that is WWE's non-creative. It was really... I said this in the open a little bit, but I want to point it out again. It was really chilling to look back and go, October 2017, Brock Lesnar, champion, Universal Champion. AJ Styles, United States Champion. New Day, Tag Team Champions of SmackDown. You had KO fighting with Shane, and you had Miz fighting with Dolph. This was October 2017. Now, Rob pointed out, and to be fair, he's absolutely right. He said, I remember us really enjoying it back then. If I'm not mistaken, Brian, that was like the second title run for New Day. That was when AJ was first entering the U.S. the U.S. division, or he was on the way out, I think. I can't remember. And Brock had just won the title. He hadn't disappeared with it for a while. None of that is worth being recycled here 2.5 years later. None of it. Or excuse me, almost a year and a half later. None of it.
Not even when they flip the switch?
That's where we are in Paul Heyman there. So
heel face?
No. Even switching heel and face, it's still... I mean, throughout the rivalry, Miz and Shane and no. I mean, I know to go off topic there, I didn't mean to mention them, but...
It's okay.
No, you can't. Just because you switch it doesn't make me care anymore. It's the content and the substance. I don't give a fuck who's heel or face. Are you doing something new? Nope.
Are you doing something fresh?
Nope.
Well,
then why redo it?
Right.
I don't mind the retreads. I don't mind the Kevin Owens being Austin again, but try something different. Don't just try to make Shane in charge of the corporation as the new McMahon. Shane was in charge of the Mean Street Posse for a reason, right, Brian?
Mm-hmm.
If he could handle the corporation, he never would have. I mean, he was only really a lackey in the corporation. He was more featured in the corporate ministry because they tortured his sister or whatever.
So you're saying bring back Midian?
That's exactly what you should take away from that. Yes,
right.
Brian.
Okay.
At the end of the day, what do you have? You have the same old, same old. I want to see something new. I am getting more and more excited that we have a new product on the horizon. I am more and more excited to try and think of a name and something else that you and I, Brian, are going to watch on Tuesdays, or we're going to cancel the Tuesday show because there might be rumors that we're going to go on Wednesdays because TNT, not sure yet. AEW maybe on Wednesdays. We're going to go to one WWE show a week here. I mean, I don't think that's the cat out of the bag. We want to cover something different. We can add on Monday night's Raw we can add SmackDown's Friday night recap. I don't think anything's going to happen so crazy that we need to go on air on a Friday night and give up for WWE.
No. We could add like a marked out UK.
No. I actually would rather cover NXT
No,
UK.
I mean like outsource. Not us.
Oh, outsource it?
Sell the brand.
Anybody want to, message us at Smart Mark Show at Twitter if you want to outsource Friday nights from us. We'll accept the highest bid. Whoever wants to pay us the most to outsource it, you will be the one we choose.
You can make donations. I think there's actually a button on the fucking World Wide Web right there, right?
Do it. Whatever it is, do it. Anyway, we're getting ready for our fantasy football league. I can't wait for that to start. That'll be great.
Did I win? No, I made it to the finals.
Yeah, Soji says final thoughts. The ratings for Raw are going to drop, Brian, because the return to the NFL. They're going to drop because
Maybe.
they're not delivering.
NFL ratings are going to drop, though, too.
Stike says final thoughts. Glad the women got some spotlight. Hopefully it will continue. No, I hope it doesn't continue, Stike. They should be featured less next week, and you do the tag division next week. You do you focus on that. If you do this week to week and just focus on a certain division and let the others hang around the sides, cutting promos and stuff, maybe you can get somewhere. The women were the best thing about it tonight. So it is what it is. All I know is I'm a realist. I don't see the glass half full. I don't see the glass half empty. I see the glass at 50%. We're not at 50% yet. Hopefully we'll get there soon. Until we do, tune in next time. Same Smart time, same Smart channel.